And what looked to be a hell of a period turns into a 1-1 tie. Yes, Connor McDavid now has a 14-game scoring streak. That's right. He's continuing on. He gets it from Hyman. The refs missed one, but you know what? That's going to happen. But the Blues are keeping the Oilers in the penalty box. That's what's good. Penalty minutes are 6-2, 3-1, and you know they didn't give up a power play goal. So I'm taking that as right now. Okay, I'm happy with this. You know, I don't like giving up that late goal because that late goal can really screw a team over. And let's welcome back Jose Dynamite.
What's up? What's up, guy? I just want to say,
man, how you doing? So what do you think of that period so far?
My cat's wearing the American flag, her American flag patriot dress in honor of this past week's Veterans Day. So there you go. I'll tell you what I think about this. I tell you what I think about this period. I think we did an amazing job. We shut down McDavid for 59 minutes and 57 seconds. You know, that at the I said we needed Cairo and we needed Perron to really break out today. And we looked for some counterattacks and breakouts, and they did that very early on. You saw that first opportunity that Perron had right there. That's really what I was hoping, that would be our game plan is, you know, shut down Draisaitl, shut down McDavid, don't give them any opportunities, because when they get an opportunity, they make you pay, as the case with what happened at the very end of the period. It's amazing the amount of shots that we have compared to Edmonton, but at the same thing, what I kind of was hoping for, the exact opposite with respects to the referees keeping the whistles in the pocket. Well, they've been calling a lot of stuff, and we've been lucky enough to be on the, you know, benefiting from a lot of that. So tied game, we'll see how it goes.
No, hey Ashley, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
I watched that period, and actually the score should be 2-1, right? But we got one call back. He was offsides, no problem, no issue. I do like the replay for the offsides. I still don't like getting a penalty if you're wrong. The delay of game penalty, I don't like that at all. I think it should be a misconduct, a 10-minute misconduct, and we'll talk about that later. But and Chris Shockley makes a really good point. The Oilers go and make good saves, but look shaky.
Yeah,
he's ready to give up goals. Right?
Oh yeah.
I don't know how
Brian Green says
Joshua's shot didn't go in there. I mean,
that
was so close, and I guess it just needs to bounce off of his leg or something in order for it to get in the net for him.
Yeah, Joshua just doesn't seem. I like Joshua, so don't get this next point wrong. But he doesn't seem to have that scores touch, right?
Right.
Scores get that goal. He just doesn't seem to have the scores touch in my eye. Doesn't mean he's not going to learn it. Doesn't mean it's not going to come. It's just something I see right now. Talk crap on Scandella, and he takes out McDavid. Well, not only did he take out McDavid, so did Joshua. Joshua Joshua came off the bench and beelined towards the puck, and I think it was
that was a heavy hit that he just
hit. I can't remember if it was on McDavid. I was on one of their big three. McDavid, Draisaitl, Ryan Nugent Hopkins, but he came in there. The Saad shot, he almost kicked it in himself. Yeah, I mean, Saad just needed to get, and we've had a couple issues with that of not getting the puck up in the air. Right, Saad might not have had the greatest stick, chance to get it up in the air, but they're keeping it on net. They're around the net, and not only that, they're doing something that I talked about beginning of the season. And yes, I know it sounds like I'm patting myself on the back, but I talked about the Blues not being a cycle team. They're cycling the puck, right? I have seen tonight they are cycling the puck, and by cycling the puck, they are confusing Edmonton. And as long as you keep Edmonton confused, you keep their chances down. They only had 8 shots. 8 shots in that period. Now they are 9 shots. They capitalized on one, but the Blues took 14. You know what? The Blues keep taking shots. They're going to get more goals. Right? No ands, ifs, or buts in my mind that's going to happen. At the power play, they've got the best power play. We've got like the number 2 or 3 power play, maybe 4. You know what? We scored. They haven't. Let's not give them any more to have any more chances.
Well,
go ahead.
When we're at home and they're on the road, we have almost identical numbers for power plays. It's like around 42%, both of us. So it's a good thing that we're playing in St. Louis at Enterprise Center today.
No, it is, and not only that.
Up. The best thing about playing at home is, we have the chance to get the last change to get the lineups that we need.
Exactly.
And that is working in our favor. I think it is working in our favor. And if you notice, every time that Drysdale comes off, O'Reilly's coming off. So O'Reilly is playing man-to-man on Drysdale. Drysdale, I don't think he might have a shot, but that's it. He doesn't have much more than that. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure Drysdale does not have a shot here. Let's see. Pavardi's got 2. No, Drysdale has 1. 1 shot. 7 minutes, 21 seconds of ice time. He's got 1 shot. McDavid has 1 shot, right? He's also got a goal, but in 5 minutes and 32 seconds of ice time. So you look at that. You look at the ice time here. We've been able to keep some of their big guns off the ice because of the power play, right? And as long as we keep playing that way, we have a chance. And they don't have Smith. Smith is injured. Koskinen is playing well, but I think he can be beat. I honestly think he can be beat, and I think it's close to showing that he can be beat.
I agree.
With 3 shots. Saad with 3 shots, but he's also a -1. Kyrou with 2 shots. Kostin with 1. Kostin almost buried 1.
Oh, yes,
Joshua
he did.
almost buried 1. Perron with the shot and -1. O'Reilly with the shot. Tarasenko with 3 shots, and he's close to burying 1. Tarasenko's played 8:30. Perron's been on the ice for 6:30. O'Reilly 6:26. Perron 5:32. Bush 5:19. Barbashev 5:27. Saad 5:30. Thomas 6:45. The Blues are getting their big guys on the ice.
Yes, they are.
Where right now they haven't been. Oops, sorry, Jose. So if I'm reading stats, I don't get to see what's going on, buddy. Sorry about that.
Okay.
But hey, so I like what we've seen so far. Now we're coming into the second period, and I know the second period. This is a period that the Blues absolutely have a chance at exploiting on the Oilers. One of the stats that I looked at earlier today was the Oilers are not as good of a second period team as you would think they are, right? They're definitely a third period team. I'm trying to pull this stat up here real quick. Sorry guys. I try and remember this stuff right off the bat. So the Oilers are 15-15 in the second. So they've scored 15 and given up 15. 0 up. Blues 16-10. They've had a rough last couple of second periods, but this is the game where you can really get your second period back. And you need to, because in the third, the Oilers take charge. They're 21-12. Get a load of that. +8 or 9, +9 in the third period where the Blues are only +3. So you have got to make this next period your period.
Exactly.
We need to make sure our defense doesn't get caught in our own zone for long periods of time where they can't get off the ice. I think our D has been pretty weak. Our weak point right now, maybe not this game. They're looking really solid right now, but this is a period where we need to make sure that we're getting the puck deep in their zone. We're not icing it, and our D men are able to make the quick changes that they need to. Otherwise, this could totally turn against us this game.
Well,
one thing that go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go.
I was gonna say one thing that I see, and I said this last game. I feel like Costin is very weak out there, and I know you thought he had a great game, and I see some tendencies every single game that seems to be happening where he's on the point. He's giving an outlet pass to the defense. The defense is making the pass, and it's ending up in a turnover. And it ended up almost nearly costing us. It gave the Edmonton a great chance near the end of the first period. And this is a tendency that happens a lot with him. And I know he's throwing his body out there, and he's making a lot of hits when he's out on the ice. But he becomes a liability when we're trying to get the puck out of our own zone. And I really hope that, he can clean that up. Maybe get a little bit of wax or something on his tape to make sure that the puck is sticking so he's able to get it out of the zone. Because otherwise, these are some costly turnovers that are going to happen if he doesn't clean this up.
Yeah, I'll keep a better eye on that. I think you might be right there. I have seen some things like that. My biggest concern with Costin is his penalties, but that might be something I'm missing. I might be blinded a little bit. So Mike Dante says, and I can't read the quote now. Talks about that McDavid and Drysdale are just going to get penalized. I don't think that's going to happen tonight, right? If you look right now, the refs are watching this game close enough that they're not giving penalties away. They're calling straight up penalties, and they're calling trips. And that's, I think there's been 3 trips or 4 trips in this game. The one hook, right? There's been, I think, 3 of the 4 penalties that have been called have been trips with one hook. The Thomas hook was an iffy one, but it was a hook. He got it. He got his stick up in the hands. They call that a hook. I don't think that, to me, a hook, if your stick got around the body and you're pulling them, right? That's a hook to me. Or if your stick, pulls their hands away. Just having a stick in the hands isn't a hook to me. I don't like that. That's what a hook is. To me, it's not. Marianne says Thomas has had a lot of ice time. I agree.
He's doing a great job. Thomas is doing awesome shadowing McDavid right there. And really, I think if anybody else in the league is watching this, you'd expect like, oh my God, you're thinking McDavid is this, he's the number 1 star in the league right now. And, Robert Thomas, he hasn't really played up to his potential, but he's got some great hockey sense. And you can see he's doing a fantastic job just playing and just completely nullifying McDavid out on the ice pretty much this whole time.
So we all knew that they were going to make somebody do that. We just didn't think it was going to be Thomas.
Yeah.
I'd say again.
I was like, yeah, I didn't expect Thomas.
I figured they would rotate the centers, center on center. But Thomas is in there and he's doing the job. I love it. I think what we're starting to see is the Blues, and I know it's only 1 period of hockey. I know the game is tied. But the Blues are starting to believe in themselves. Now, we do have an issue. We have an issue that when the Blues give up that late goal in a period, they usually fall apart. This is something that we're going to have to watch for. They need to score again in the first. I usually think it's the first 5. I think if they can score in the first 10, right, and they can keep Oilers off the board, they can change this game around. Now that it's evened up, the Oilers are looking at this as a 0-0 game. The Blues need to look at it as, that was lucky. They missed a call. We're controlling this game. Keep controlling the game. And that's what I think's going to win this game. The Scandella hit, Rob Morton said the Scandella hit on McDavid was on point, and it was, and they were in there. Blues attempts, 19-14 chances, 7 for the Oilers, 3 for the Blues, and we buried 1. That's huge. 1 for 3 on the power play for the Blues. We know the Oilers were missed. Hits, 5-4. So not everybody's hitting, but here's the stat that scares me right now. Face-off, 17 for the Oilers, 8 for the Blues. That's got to flip in the second.
Yeah.
We have got to get that back. We've got to start.
I'm noticing a trend. The Blues don't usually do too well with the face-offs in the first period. They get it last half a second and the third, and they end up winning face-offs total for a game. Because every game, it feels like you're commenting on how we're not winning face-offs after the first intermission, but then we catch back up.
Yeah, well, I think some of that might have to do with the long change. Some of it might have to do with the game plan. I know I was looking at both Thomas and O'Reilly, and I think they only had 4 each, where they average almost 11 per game. O'Reilly won 2. Thomas won 5. So this is on O'Reilly. O'Reilly has got to start winning his faceoffs. And O'Reilly, basically, he's not taking, he's not taking McDavid. That's Thomas. If Thomas is winning his faceoffs against McDavid, O'Reilly, win yours. Win yours, and this game changes around. I think this game could easily change on faceoffs.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Right? Bob's with you there, Ashley. So we've got about a minute and a half before the game's back on. What do you think? What do you see happening in the second there, Mr. Jose?
I think that for this second period, I think it's going to be a scoreless period. I think it's still we're going to go into the third tied 1-1. I wouldn't be surprised if this score holds up for regulation and we walk away with at least 1 point for this. I just hope that we continue to keep playing the way that we've been playing. And I'm really loving we're getting some good rushes, some counterattacks right there coming out of the zone. I really hope we see that continue because that's giving us some great opportunities. And it's forcing Edmonton to make some decisions, and it's ending up getting some good penalties on our behalf. So I think it's going to be a scoreless period, honestly.
Okay, and Ashley?
I don't think so. I think that if we keep the pressure that we've had, we keep peppering this goaltender with shots, they're going to go in. This is going to easily be a 3-goal period. Not necessarily for the Blues. I think the Blues score 2 and Edmonton scores 1.
Well, man, Ashley, you and me are almost thinking right. I think it could be 3-1. I think that actually you see it, even though that goal went in, they're frustrated. You can see it. You see it in the penalties, right? You see it in the penalties. So the game plan is working. Keep the game plan, right? Don't look at it and go, oh, my God, they scored. We got to change the game. No, the game plan's working.
It's perfect.
That was just a luck goal. They got some puck luck. Okay.
And a rough luck kind of situation, because that should have totally been an interference call.
Oh, absolutely it should have been. And that's what we got to look at. Okay, game is back on. This is Guy for Jose Dynamite and Ashley Slapshot Jones saying aloha, mahalo, and we'll see you all at the second intermission.